First, Gabina from the Advocates. I mean, 2 games in, we've seen just your skill on the outside edge. I mean, how comfortable do you feel after 2 games here? And take us a little bit through kind of getting familiar with this defense.
Um, I mean, so far just being in this defense, I've learned that there's a lot of ways to really, be active and really help this defense. For me, in my position, um, going from working with Coach Luxcher and Coach O and just the defensive line coaches, I've learned to really be able to use my length and my speed and just rushing from the outside, and how Coach Bo really utilizes us as a defensive line. It really allows us to be able to rush out the edge and really make plays with the defense that he has put in place.
Hey, Ali, Jared Joseph, Fox 44. Tell me, how do you develop those instincts to know whenever to swat at the ball? Because you've already had a few handfuls of them, it seems like, at this point. And also, I mean, how was it during your first game at Tiger Stadium?
We do a lot of drills in practice to really know how to time and jump. For me, I know working with Coach Lancashire, we do a lot of drills where we have to we work with trying to cut, like so he simulates ball, us getting cut, and also timing when the quarterback really comes forward with the ball and timing it perfectly and just going up there and batting the ball down.
Hey Ali, it's Glenn West with LSU SI. I was just kind of curious. You guys get Glenn Logan back this weekend. It's another big piece for you guys. I mean, just what kind of an impact do you think he can have on not only this game but just moving forward? And has there been anything that you've learned from him at all? With him being kind of a senior on this roster.
I mean, it's a big deal. Us getting him back this week because he's a key piece to this D line. He's one of the vocal guys and he's one of our leaders. So it's great to have him back because he's going to give us a lot of energy and he's going to bring a lot of motivation to the guys because we all look up to him and then we all look up to him as a leader and he basically pushes us all to be better players. So he's one of our leaders for the defensive line. So it's good to have him back this week going forward.
Hey, Ali, Jared Roser, TigerDetails.com. Coming into this program, what did your goals and expectations for yourself look like, and how has that compared to the way it's gone so far to get the start right off the bat in game one and have the success you've had already?
Coming in here, when I got here, I didn't expect to be a starter, but coming in here, I had the mindset to just work. And I know it wasn't going to be given to me, so I had to work to earn the position. But I had goals of becoming my best self and becoming a better player and becoming one of the top defensive linemen in the country. Which I'm still working towards. So I say just day by day, I'm gonna just keep working and just take the coaching and just learn everything from these coaches and be better as a player, as a teammate.
Hey, Amos Morale with WWL Radio in New Orleans. You kind of touched on this, but did it surprise you all that you were able to get off to such a fast start? I know you mentioned working for it and the drills, but did it surprise you that all that transferred so quickly?
It didn't surprise me because I know what I bring to the table, and I know what I bring to the defensive line, and that kind of all was put into perspective. The time that I spent here since the spring. Coming in, no, I didn't expect it because there was a lot of guys ahead of me, and I knew I had to, look up. I had to look up to a lot of guys and see, how things work. In order for me to, earn the position that I'm in right now. But over time, it kind of clicked on me. It kind of clicked on me as a possibility that this is possible for me to become a starter. So I kept it in the back of my head and just kept on working and just learning from the coaches and just taking everything they had to tell me and just putting it all out there on the field.
Hey, Ali, this is Josh Sidley with Louisiana Ground Football. I was wondering, what has been your biggest transition from game 1 to game 2, and how has your confidence grown in the locker room?
I'd say just being comfortable with knowing the game tempos and game speed and just realizing how to plan each play and each down with the play calls and just being able to execute the plays and just everything that's out there. So, but I say every game, I can only get better and better. I'm not so much focused on personal stats or anything like that. I'm just really just out there having fun and just if a game happens for me to make as many plays as possible, that's what I'm gonna go out there and do. But I mean, I'm not really focused on just going out there and just doing focusing on my personal stats. So I'm just out there just having fun. But basically just going out there and realizing what I can do for my team and for this defense.
Hey, it's Brooks again from the Advocate. I mean, it seems like in your first 2 games, you got to see all kinds of offenses, air raid and then kind of bounce pro style. With Missouri, looking at them a bit, their option run, all sorts of things they do. What, as you on the edge, what are you looking for against Missouri? What kind of things that you're being asked to do, and how do you face such a unique offense like this Saturday?
We know I'm going to be in a lot of lining up on the tight end a lot, and I haven't really I've watched just a little bit of film, but I haven't really broken down exactly how their offense is going to come out. But we know that it's going to be a little similar to Vanderbilt, but a lot more. They're going to have a lot more stuff that they're going to bring out that's different from them too. But we know it's going to be a little similar. So starting today, we're going to break down the film and really plan our game plan, moving forward and how we're going to attack their offense.
Brody Miller with The Athletic. I mean, it seems like such a big part of your journey has always kind of been that you have so much upside. It was just kind of polishing it and whatnot. And I mean, even in junior college, you even put up some of the numbers you're doing right now in the SEC. So what do you think it was in the past 9 months that just kind of clicked for you to kind of put it all together?
I feel like mostly just coaching and being around a different environment where the defensive line position is really important, and being in a different conference that's really an attack mode defensive kind of scheme. So I feel like just being around the coaches and the kind of mindset that they have for the defensive line position, that's really what clicked on me, and that's really why I'm really playing the way I'm playing right now.
Hey Ali, this is William with Tiger Rag Magazine. Coach Ogeron mentioned during the quarantine you chose to remain in Baton Rouge rather than go home, and just kind of want to go through that process of what went into that decision, and what did you get accomplished during that time? And maybe, obviously you missed spring, the entire team, you missed spring, so to be in a position you were ready to go for fall camp, can you just take me through that process?
I chose to stay. I chose to stay because I knew if I went home, I wouldn't get a lot of work done, and with everything going on, I knew there was a lot of it would be a limited resource for me to get some work done. So I chose to stay here because I was around my teammates, so I was able to get some work done with them. Stay in shape and keep working, continuing, because we knew eventually we would have to come back in the summer to get back to training. So I chose to stay just so I can stay in shape and just stay ready to go whenever we got the call to go back.
Hey, Ali, Paul Warren from CST. I was just wondering if you could kind of take us into the defensive unit's meeting room after Mississippi State. What kind of maybe frustration was there? And then after the Vanderbilt game, kind of getting things back on track?
After that game, I mean, a lot of us weren't really happy with losing happens. It's not what we expected or wanted, but it happens, and then we just say, moving on. We wouldn't really keep it over our minds much, so we said, moving on to the next, we would have to prepare better and have a different mindset, to win. Because as you look around from last year, they haven't. The last time they won, it's been a while, so it wasn't something that they were used to seeing in a while. So, but we had to move on and just say next game up, we got to get ready for it and we got to prepare better going into the game.
Yeah, Ali, Ron Higgins, Tiger Rag magazine in Baton Rouge. I know you were number 11 because of your former teammate in junior college. I believe Bryce Beekman. Is that correct, Bryce?
Yes, sir.
He's from Baton Rouge. He was from Baton Rouge, Scotlandville High School.
Yeah.
Have you talked to his parents or when you got here, or is it ironic that you ended up in Baton Rouge where he's from?
Yeah, it was a little ironic. Me and him, we actually, went back and forth on that because it was just, it was unexpected because I didn't know he was from here until he actually left to go to Washington State. That's when I found out, he was from Baton Rouge. But when I got here, I actually tried to reach out to his parents, and which I'm actually trying to get in contact with right now. So, but I know it would mean a lot for his mom, who is from here to know that somebody's representing him in a way that wearing his number or playing for one of his favorite schools growing up. So.
Thanks.
Yeah, Ali, just kind of following up on that. So, how important was that, friendship to you? And I saw some video talking about that, and just how important was that friendship to you?
It was very important because when I first got to junior college at Arizona Western, because I always looked up to him because when I first got there, he already had a few schools looking at him, and I would always congratulate him, on the exposure that he was getting, and I was always blessed to know him because he always told me, yeah, your time is coming. He always told me, your time is coming. It's gonna be you next, and I always took to that. I always took that to heart, and that's one of the key reasons that I kept on working and pushing myself to someday reach where he was at. And I say now it all worked out because I'm here now, and I feel like I owe him this much to represent him in a way, tribute him, his name, and what he was about wearing his number, his junior college number.
Hey, Ollie, Jared again. With your journey here and you talking about the extra meeting with Bryce and everything, to have that success that you've had, to hear Coach O talk about you being among the best players on the defense right off the bat, what has that meant to you thus far? And coming out of some of these games or watching film or whatever, what have been some areas that you look at and you say, I'm playing well, but that's an area that I'd like to clean up or improve upon now moving forward into the rest of this SEC schedule?
I really appreciate Coach O for saying all that, but I feel like I still have a long ways to go as a player, and I still got a lot of improvements to make. And one of those things I say is just executing better each game, basically just the run, because I know I'm a little rusty on my run game. My passing game still needs work to do, but all I can do is just keep working and keep improving every game because there's a lot of work to get done. So.
Thank you, Ali. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Thank you.